Welcome back. Steve Price with you. Peter will be back with you next week. I want to look at these flights across the Middle East now. Talked a little bit about it with Greg Sheridan there. Thousands of people stranded, including Australians. I mean, those hubs through there, whether it's Abu Dhabi or Dubai, they are just central to global aviation now. Now, I'm told that a Emirates A380 took off and is on its way back to Sydney. It's going to land sometime later tonight, I think, or maybe early tomorrow morning. It's got to get, if it's going to Sydney, it's got to get in through the curfew. I don't know how that's going to work. That Emirates plane, by the way, I was a bit puzzled that we're saying that there was only 200 people on board, given an A380 can hold somewhere between 350 and 450 people. Some airlines are flying the other way to get people out of the area and into Europe. Certainly there's still people trapped there and they may be there for some time. The Australian government's saying, look, don't go to that area in the Middle East. About 12,000 flights cancelled. Imagine the knock-on effect around the world with that. February 28 to today, 2.5 million travellers caught in that chaos, and there was little warning. Someone who knows the aviation industry better than most people in the world, Flight Centre Australia founder Graeme Turner. Good to see you again, Graeme. Can you clear that up for me? I don't know if you'd know, an A380 can hold a lot more than 200 people. If those reports are accurate, you wonder why Emirates decided to only take 200 people out of Dubai to Sydney.
Yes, Steve. My information is that there's up to 600 people on that flight, and we've got some of our team on it, a team that was in Dubai just on an educational, but I haven't heard directly from them, but that's what I've heard. So I agree with you. It would be unusual for an A380 to, not to have the full complement of crew, because I know it was quite a fight for people to get on that flight. And I believe there's another flight hopefully leaving soon to go to Brisbane as well. But we haven't had total confirmation of that yet.
Graeme, that's going to go direct to Sydney. We're told it's due to arrive around 10:20. You would hope if they had any delay or whatever, but it's unusual because it's a direct flight, it should be fine, that they wouldn't shut it down because of the curfew. I mean, I guess they could send it to Brisbane, could they?
Look, they could, and I have, you do hear horror stories about this just, being slightly late, but I think one of the planes that were turned around, one of the Emirates planes had to go back to Melbourne instead of Sydney. It's pretty unfortunate, they can't make exceptions for the odd flight like that, and one hopes that, it'll be a sensible decision, but we'll just have to wait and see on it, Steve.
I know that in Dubai that the accommodation is being fixed up by the Dubai government. I presume the people on that flight back would be paying their own way, are they?
Look, yes, but they will be Emirates customers who will have been, stranded in Dubai. So they won't be being charged for this again, or it'd be very rare. They won't be, new paying passengers. They'll be people who've been stranded there. Obviously, Dubai has a lot of expats living there. Flight Centres, we have about 250 people, many of whom are expats who actually are based in Dubai. We have a couple of significant businesses there, tech business and a corporate travel business. And so there's a lot of expats, both from Australia, Europe, India, and other places that live in Dubai as well. But these would be passengers that have been stranded there on a through trip with Emirates.
How long, just finally, Graeme, do you think this is going to take to clear up all that backlog?
Look, it's so hard to know, Steve. I mean, like the mere fact that Emirates is starting to fly is good news for both passengers, for us, for the travel industry in general. But there is no saying that hostilities, and particularly, I think you mentioned it before, out of Iran could upset what's happening in the UAE again, and it could slow things down. But assuming everything moves forward from now, and for example, Qatar's airspace is still shut. Etihad at Abu Dhabi is opening, but only for a few flights at this stage. It's going to take at least 3 or 4 days just to get the people who are stranded in the UAE out of there, and then Emirates can start flying people back in, always assuming, of course, it's safe to do so, because they're obviously safety is paramount for airlines like this, and for obvious reasons.
Always good to see you, Graeme. Thanks for your help on all of that. That flight issue is just a massive one. The way it's going to be cleared up, let's hope it happens quickly.